Long ago, there was over 100 million buffaloes that used to roam around North America. And so this was one of our food supplies of the plains. And so we utilized the buffalo, but we did so in a very sacred manner. And so we had ceremonies before the hunt began. And so once we took down our relatives, we call them the buffalo, we would be very careful, very mindful, but we were very cautious, and we used every single part of the buffalo. And so throughout this video, you know, I've been showing you different parts of the skin, of the hides, and everything that we've been utilizing. And so I made a little frame. And so this is what the buffalo would look like. And so there was a way for us to incorporate indigenous science into this. And so we would, as soon as we butchered the buffalo, we would actually have to scrape off all of the meat, the fat, the epidermis, the membrane. And so back in the day, we had old tools such as this. This comes from the elk. It's part of the antler of the elk. And so you see how it branches out. So if you ever see a picture, or if you've ever seen a real elk, you'll see how this branches out all over the place. And so what we would do is cut this off. And then back in the day, long ago, we would actually put obsidian, a rock, underneath here. We would get rawhide lace like this. This is rawhide skin. We would soak it, make it nice and pliable, and then we would wrap that obsidian blade in there. And this became our scraper. And so this is how we scraped the buffalo. And so as time progressed, one of the weapons that was introduced was a rifle, a 50 caliber. And so this was one of the weapons that was utilized to actually take down a lot of our buffalo relatives. And so what we would do is, if they discarded the 50 caliber, the muzzleload gun, we would actually cut off the barrel. We would heat it up and we would flatten it out. And this is what we call a flesher. A flesher removes all the meat and the fat, first of all. And then we come through with our scrapers. And that's what we remove the epidermis and the membrane with. And so today, this is one of my scrapers that I utilize. Same concept, still has a nice wide blade, has a 2.5-inch blade on here. And so I use this like this at a 90-degree angle, and I scrape the hide down. And so just like my ancestors, I still utilize every part of the buffalo, just like the bladder bag. This is the bladder bag that we would utilize as a canteen long ago. And so once again, we're using the skin, the hide, the muscles, the bladder bags. We'd use the bones for tools, for game pieces. And so depending on what the purpose and function of our hide is, will determine what kind of materials and what kind of items we would create. And so this is a shield made out of rawhide once again. And so this is how it's tied up. And so we use this shield to protect us, to guard us. It was like a body shield for us. And so this shield just, once again, helped us and protected us up on the plains. But we utilized the hide. Sometimes we left the hair on. And so this is the flat case. It's one piece, just folded. Holes, once again, placed on the sides and then laced together. Once again, we would have a strap. And so this is a flat case with just the hair on. But we would also make the instruments that we would use. And to us, as indigenous people, the drums are very special items that we have much respect for. Because when we play this drum, we consider that the heartbeat of the people. And so once again, this was harvested from one of our buffaloes. I decided to leave the hair on just to show my respect for our four-legged relative. When I placed this and we tied this up, we actually created what they call a spiderweb. And so for Lakotas, we always incorporate the spider as part of our creation stories. And so when I make these drums, I talk about how the Lakotas came to be on the open plains. And so I hope you liked our educational videos. And so this is a process, once again, that we're trying to revive throughout Indian country. But with these educational videos, hopefully they can help the next generation understand the importance of our artifacts. Thank you.